I think that this is the pop moment we're in. You know, MTV's VMAs is nothing more than an opportunity to celebrate the biggest and the most ridiculous of pop spectacles, and I think that's what you got. You know, the critics that are sort of hand-wringing right now, they're kind of taking it to task for something that the VMAs never promised to be.
Okay, well, you're saying celebrate. I'm talking about selling.
Yeah.
Did Miley Cyrus just prove that any press is good press? When I'm looking right now on iTunes, she's in the top 7 artists today.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, I mean, I thought that foam #1 routine was nothing shy of gusto. Absolutely not. And my kids love Miley.
It was a little early in the night, right?
Like, love that song.
You know, this is on in the 9 o'clock hour. It's a little early in the night for a TV 14 rating.
Fine, okay.
I think that's a fair point. But let's be honest. You know, next week when the Billboard Digital Songs charts come out, there's probably going to be one artist with 2 songs in the top 20, and it's going to be Miley Cyrus. So this is not hurting Miley Cyrus's career.
Okay, so is the VMAs just a way to sell more music? We saw Justin Timberlake do basically a JT retrospective today on iTunes. Are you going to be able to buy a compilation album?
Yeah, I think that the VMAs are an important part of selling music, but I also think that people who don't understand that what the VMAs is celebrating is this kind of very real moment in pop music are missing the point.
Okay, your heritage from Timothy White, who tragically died so early with Billboard, and you've carried on that tradition. The new music business that fossils like me look at this stuff, we go, are you kidding me? This stuff's, and I understand at midnight, it's great, at 10:30, it's great. Like you say, Miley Cyrus at 9 p.m. doesn't work. What is the new I can grab onto, besides I'm stealing ASCAP and BMW and BMI music at Spotify?
I think if you watched the show last night, and I realize that probably not a lot of people in your demo did.
That would be true.
But he is a musician.
But absolutely. No, if you watch the show last night, listen, Justin Timberlake had a really credible performance. Bruno Mars had an amazing and solid performance. That's, you know, Bruno, for example, probably had the best performance of the night musically. That's not what people are talking about.
But to the heritage of Billboard, where is the sanctity of copyright in a time where you make nothing on Spotify? You make nothing on iTunes.
Well, I mean, listen, we've done cover stories on these very issues. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, we covered Pandora. That's sort of the fact that all these artists are kind of rallying, and the labels and the publishers are rallying against.
When do they scream and say enough?
I think they're screaming, but I think that there's a process that has to play out, right?
Fair.
There's a business process, there's a legal process that's playing out, and the business will find a way to properly compensate these artists. The good news is, you know, music is being consumed more readily and in more places than ever before. The history of the music business is finding a way to create a big pile of money and then distributing it, right? The radio, that was. So I mean, I think you'll see that happen. The good news is that the audiences are there.
All right, are the VMAs the future? Did last night pump interest and love back into music? I went to the VMAs in LA 2 years ago, and they were kind of lame. Last night,
you got that junket and not me.
I know. I went on my own, Tom.
You're not talking to the right people.
But now, there they are at the Barclays Center. Have the VMAs brought their swagger back, and are they bringing big dollars to music?
I think the VMAs are one future of the music business. There's lots of futures of the music business. There's incredible artists right now that, you know, you would love who are playing guitar or writing amazing songs, and they're rising up our charts in different places and in different ways. The VMAs just isn't the spotlight for that particular thing.
That's fair. What's the state of Nashville right now? Is the traditional American song still going?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I think everything in pop music right now, whether it's country, rock, rap, anything, has been influenced by this kind of movement of dance into like every style.
Fair.
So it's all about partying, it's all about dance right now on the mainstream charts.
You're forcing this into sobriety when I want to talk EDM and Miley.
I love what's going on here, but I just want to know when the artists get paid.
So the artists are still getting paid from downloads, and they're still getting paid from albums. But, you know, there's going to be a lot to be developed.